Hello everyone. Today I'm going to share with you some footage here that I've compiled of two drum overhead mic techniques. Now, these are two popular drum miking techniques. One called the Recorderman, the other is the spaced pair. Both of them kind of have their advantage and their kind of distinct character of how they capture drums. Now, I won't say too much. I'll just kind of get down to explaining what all is going on here. We did not have four mics, like four of the same mics, to record the exact same footage using two different miking techniques at the same time. So what we did was I just played something on the drums very similar twice, once with the Recorderman, the second time with the spaced pair miking technique. Now, both of these takes here, both of these footages are completely unprocessed, no compression, no EQing, no low-pass filtering or anything. Completely unprocessed. However, the left mic is panned left and the right mic is panned right. I don't think we have to do any kind of mono compatibility stuff, so making these audio files mono or anything. I just felt like just get them hard panned and then we'll compare them side by side and kind of get a good feel for each of the recording techniques. So now, the mics that we used were Technica AT4040s, which are a cardioid pattern. They cannot be switched. The pattern, polar pattern, cannot be switched. And like I said, the low cut filter was not on; it was completely flat. The mics in both of the recording techniques, both mics were placed equidistant from the snare, so they were 48 inches away from the snare. Both of those mics were for both of the techniques. Yeah, I think that's all I have to disclose. The other thing is I'll show you some footage from the Recorderman first, and then footage from the spaced pair so you can hear them back to back. And then there's going to be a series of photos that kind of show the position of the mics so you can get a better sense of where they're positioned if you don't know what those miking techniques are. Or if you do know what those miking techniques are, you can just see what I've done. And then there's going to be, just a few series of photos there for you to see. So without further ado, here are the audio samples and video footage. All right, so as you can hear, there is some sort of difference going on. To nail down exactly what it is kind of hard, but I'll just kind of recap and kind of give you my take on the two different recording techniques. So the Recorderman, it sounds a little bit more mono than the spaced pair, and that's kind of unsurprising because the spaced pair is usually the go-to technique for trying to record nice and wide stereo footage of some sort of audio source. Now, having said that, the Recorderman technique still has stereo separation. You can still hear stuff going on the right and stuff going on the left with kind of clear definition of where everything is. It just sounds like it has less phasing issues and perhaps more monocompatibility in a sense. And it also feels a little bit more like it's one source, one instrument, one whole unit that it's kind of capturing. And there is a nice kind of punchability, nice separation, etc. Just kind of a general good overall sound. It's not capturing the kick drum all that much. The toms have a nice sound. The snare has a pretty decent sound. And it captures the cymbals quite nicely. The spaced pair is, like I said, more spaced. Definitely more stereo separation going on, which can be a good thing or it couldn't be a bad thing, whatever your application is. It does sound, like I said, in compared to the Recorderman, that there's maybe a little bit more phasing issues, if we can call it issues. It's more just a different sound. But you can hear something is different in the snare, and something is different with the spatial separation. Overall, both of them sound fairly similar. Like I said, there's differences. And they both sound, I think, really good for, these are kind of our go-to techniques that we definitely, stick to because they offer a nice, full, wide captured sound of a drum kit. Yeah, so hopefully you guys liked that. I definitely wanted to get some kind of footage like this and compare them back to back in a kind of neatly packed video like this, so I can get a good sense of what each one of these things can do. And by these things, I mean each one of these recording techniques can kind of offer. And then having this knowledge and then going into the recording session, knowing which one I kind of have in mind, or knowing what each of these mic techniques kind of offer for a different sound, then all the better, because you'll have a little bit more kind of predictability of how you can capture that recording going into it, rather than trying to change it in the mixing process after the fact. Yeah, I was gonna say something else and I can't remember now. But anyways, yeah, hopefully you guys liked that. Leave a like if you do, and because it'll really help my channel out, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.